Hi, I'm Azadeh, interior designer and founder of Blend Studio. Materials shape how a space feels, how it works, and how it supports everyday life. This is Blend Talk Material. In this series, I talk about materials, beyond how they look, how they behave, how they age, and how to choose them with confidence. Today, we are talking about wood. Wood is a natural material. It comes from trees, and it has been used in interiors for centuries. Wood brings warmth into space. It makes interiors feel lived in, grounded, and human. No two pieces of wood are the same. Grain, tone, and texture vary naturally. That variation is not a problem. It is the character of wood. When you choose wood, you choose a material that feels alive. Wood changes the atmosphere of a space immediately. It makes room feel warmer and more welcoming. It softens interiors visually and emotionally. Light woods feel open and fresh. Medium tones feel balanced and timeless. Dark woods feel rich and dramatic. Wood connects interiors to nature. That connection is one reason people continue to choose it, even when many other options exist. Wood feels different from hard surfaces, like tile or stone. To the touch, it feels warmer. Underfoot, it feels softer and more comfortable. Wood absorbs sound better than hard materials. This makes the spaces feel quiet and more pleasant to live in. Over time, wood develops more depth. It changes slightly as it's used. Wood doesn't stay exactly the same, and that's a part of the appeal. There are many wood types, but some are especially popular in North America. Oak is one of the common choices. It's strong, durable, and very versatile. White oak feels softer and more neutral. Red oak has warmer tones and a stronger grain. Maple is light and smooth. It feels clean and contemporary, but it can show marks more easily. Walnut is darker and richer. It feels elegant and expressive and is often used as a statement. Hickory has a strong contrast and visible grain. It feels bold and rustic. Fir and pine are softer woods. They show wear more quickly but can feel very relaxed and warm. Each wood type has its own personality. Choosing the right one depends on lifestyle, not just appearance. This distinction is very important. Solid wood is made from one single piece of wood. It can be sanded many times, but it reacts more to moisture and temperature changes. Engineered wood has a real wood layer on top, with multiple layers underneath for stability. Engineered wood handles climate changes better. This is why it's often recommended in many North American homes. Both are real wood, they simply behave differently. Engineered wood is not a compromise. In many cases, it's a smarter choice. With wood, layout matters a lot. The same wood can feel very different depending on how it's installed. A straight plank installation is the most common. Planks run in one direction, usually along the length of the space. This layout feels familiar and quiet. It allows the room to breathe. Furniture and light become more noticeable than the floor. Wide planks feel relaxed and contemporary. Narrow planks feel more traditional and detailed. Herringbone creates movement. The broken zigzag pattern adds rhythm and character. It feels classic and expressive. Herringbone draws attention to the floor. It becomes part of the design story. Because the ends are cut at an angle, the pattern feels sharper and more graphic. Chevron often feels more formal than herringbone and works well in spaces with strong symmetry. There is no right or wrong layout. The real question is, do you want the floor to quietly support the space or actively lead it? Wood layout quietly controls proportions. Running planks along the long side of a room usually makes the space feel longer. Running them across the width can make a space feel wider. Simple layouts feel easier to live with. Strong patterns add energy and presence. This is why layout decisions should never be rushed. A floor is not just something you walk on, it is the base of the entire space. Finish changes how wood looks and lives. Matte finishes feel natural and hide wear better. Semi-gloss finishes reflect more light and show marks more easily. Wire brushed wood adds texture. It feels tactile and hides wear well. Stained wood changes color. Natural finishes show the true tone of the wood. Finish choice affects appearance, maintenance, and long-term comfort. Wood reacts to the environment. It expands and contracts with humidity. This is normal behavior. Scratches and dents can happen. Over time, they often become part of the surface. Wood needs care, but it doesn't need perfection. Simple habits like felt pads, area rugs, and gentle cleaning make a big difference. Wood works beautifully in living areas, bedrooms, or dining spaces. It adds warmth and comfort. In kitchens, wood can work with thoughtful care. In bathroom or very wet areas, wood needs more caution and careful detailing. Placement matters as much as the material itself. When I choose wood, I start with how people live. I think about walking barefoot, comfort underfoot, and daily routines. I pay close attention to grain. Very strong grain can feel busy. Softer grain feels easier to live with. I often prefer wider planks because they feel calmer visually. In many homes, I lean toward engineered wood because of its stability. I like wood that feels natural, not overly shiny or artificial. For me, wood should feel warm, comfortable, and effortless to live with. Wood is not a trend, it has always been part of interiors. In 2026, we see lighter tones, natural finishes, wider planks, and simpler layouts. Wood is being used more quietly, not to impress, but to support daily life. Choosing wood based only on color is very common. Ignoring grain or finish often leads to disappointment. Using very dark wood everywhere can make spaces feel heavy. Not thinking about lifestyle is usually where problems begin. Wood needs realistic expectations. This comes a lot. Wood covers a large area and it's not easy to change later. That's why calmer layouts often age better in large spaces. If you want something expressive, it's usually better to use it intentionally, not everywhere. This usually comes down to grain and layout. Strong grain plus strong pattern can feel visually heavy. Softer grain with a simple layout feels easier to live with. This is something people often feel but don't know how to describe it. Scratches happen. Very dark and glossy floor shows them more. Mid-tone woods with matte finishes hide them better. I often design wood floors to age gracefully, not perfectly. Life happens. The floor doesn't need to panic. Very often, yes, wood feels comfortable and forgiving. kids sit on it, play on it, live on it. It will show you that many families actually like that. Pets and wood can live together. Finish and tone matters a lot. Matte finishes and mid-tones are easier to live with. It's not about avoiding wear, it's about choosing wisely. Wood itself does not go out of style. What dates a floor is extreme color, heavy shine, or very busy layout. Quiet choices last longer. Wood matters because it feels human. It connects interiors to nature. It softens spaces. It supports daily life quietly. Good wood design doesn't try to impress. It simply feels right day after day. This series follows my ongoing journey with materials. I'll see you in the next episode of Blend Talk Material. Don't forget to subscribe.